Good day, viewers, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Erongo Talk. My name is Desiree Gassis, and I'll be bringing you the latest news from the coast.
Can't get enough of Christmas. I'm singing every day. I can't get enough of Christmas. I'm thinking about one horse sleigh. It's my favorite season. I love it the whole year through. A very Merry Christmas. A very Merry Christmas to you.
Erongo Talk brings you community news in the Erongo region. Erongo Talk aims to reach coastal residents, keeping them updated on what's happening in their community. This show is broadcasted on NTV, 102.com, and cross-shared on the following Facebook platforms: Erongo, The Republican, Algemene Zeitung, Namibian Sun, and Namibia Media Holdings. Erongo Talk focuses on community news, weather update, fishing report, helpful tips, as well as sport and entertainment. For news related or advertising queries, contact Erongo Talk at synergy.com.na.
And now for our news segment, firstly we have Mr. and Mrs. Napso 2023 beauty pageant that took place on Wednesday at Walvis Bay Private School. Henri de Klerk from Privaat School in El Nathan and Privaat School Moria Jan Prinsloo were crowned as Miss and Mr. Napso 2023 respectively. The prestigious event with Walk in the Park as the theme formed part of Namibia private school organization NAPSO Securitas Winter Sport Games, which took place at Walvis Bay Private in the harbour town on Thursday evening. The clerk said she was over the moon with her achievement. I am very happy and thank everyone who granted me this wonderful opportunity. I am also glad that I am taking the title home. Prince Lou said he didn't expect the win. It had not sunk in yet. I come from a school with only 150 learners. Today I competed with learners from different schools and I can't believe that I won. 24 participants from different private schools vowed the spectator and judges their theme and informal way. A vibrant crowd with musician Rian Smith, the host of the event, added some additional flair. Smith, with his powerful voice and ability to create the sound of a full band with his guitar, had the crowd singing along with him. It was truly a beautiful event. All participants looked amazing and they all brought their A game, he said. Moving on to our second news story, 6 bodybuilding athletes from Swakopmund have been selected to compete at the IFBB Arnold Sports Festival Amateur Division in South Africa. 6 bodybuilding athletes from Swakopmund who participated at the Sunset Bodybuilding and Fitness Classic last year have been selected to compete at the Arnold Amateur Bodybuilding from the 18th to the 20th of May in South Africa. These athletes are Audrey Mayal, Marcia Rabi, Rebecca Borman, Christine Visser, Bia Viljoen, Ian Beekes. 2 officials from the Swakopmund athlete Borman and Henny Steyn The vice president will be accompanying them. According to Borman, she expects the athletes to showcase the best that Namibian bodybuilding has to offer. I want them to enjoy being on stage as well as the road that brought them to that stage. The aim is always to gain international exposure for our athletes, especially because our competing athletes are few. I foresee several top 6 placings and perhaps 1 or 2 pro cards. This is how much I believe in the quality of our athletes. I am most confident in the quality and commitment these athletes have put into the way they look right now. Borman further extended a word of appreciation to Dis-Chem Swakopmund for supporting the athletes with supplements throughout their preparation season. I would like to thank Tanya Road for helping our athletes with posing and the Dome for opening their door for our posing workshops, she said. And then lastly, we have the Orano Mining that celebrated the official unveiling of their new visitor center. The unveiling took place on Tuesday on the outskirts of Swakopmund, and the Erongo desalination plant is located about 35 kilometers north from Swakopmund. Orano Mining Namibia, who is the owner of the Erongo desalination plant, is the largest seawater reverse osmosis desalination plant in the sub-Saharan and an important contributor to the development in the Erongo region. The plant hosts many visits throughout the average year, but space constraints made it imperative to expand the infrastructure to host visits, said the managing director of Orano Mining, Tommie Gouws. Once the idea was born, the visitor center took shape and now is ready for use for larger visits without making a big impact on the Nafisa water technology team, who is a part of the plant operator for Orano. The new center increases the scope of visitors we can now host, not only in terms of size. We can also facilitate school groups who are younger than the age of 16 years, workshops and meetings focusing on all important technology of desalination. Gauss emphasized that as the visitor center grows further, they envision an interactive display, hands-on learning experiences, and strategic stakeholder sessions with important players in the industry of our country.
Chill Sessions is an entertainment show bringing the latest hits, fashion, and entertainment news. Chill aims at reaching all entertainers, youth, and artistic fans. Catch Chill on NTV, 1up2.com, the Namibian Sun, Chill, and Namibia Media Holdings platform. Chill focuses on countdown of the latest hits, fashion trends, celebrity interviews, and more. To share your music-related news, products, and services, contact chill at synergy.com.na. Chill Sessions, bringing art and entertainment to the people. Erongo Talk brings you community news in the Erongo region. Erongo Talk aims to reach coastal residents, keeping them updated on what's happening in their community. This show is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com, and cross-shared on the following Facebook platforms: Erongo, The Republican, Allgemeine Zeitung, Namibian Sun, and Namibia Media Holdings. Erongo Talk focuses on community news, weather update, fishing report, helpful tips, as well as sport and entertainment. For news-related or advertising queries, contact Erongo Talk at synergy.com.na.
And now, stay tuned for the interview.
But inside it's great. The idea behind this as well is just to host people like you. We were always limited by the size and also the age as well. And we get over and over inundated by schools, smaller schools, and because it's an industrial plant, you can't send kids through the plant. But now at least they can come here, they can hear the water, they can see the plant, they can taste the water, and we can tell them the story, which is great. I think it ticks all the boxes, and we've got great ideas to have dedicated rooms and so forth. We can even host some other discussions here as well. So I'm going to take you basically through what we do or what is envisaged from a visitor's point of view and the general information we go through. And then afterwards, the WOW is actually walking through the plant and seeing how everything comes together. There's a lot of technical information, so Thaddeus is going to help me as the plant manager to make sure I don't tell you lies. And it is also sometimes a lot to actually take in because so we invite you back to come back and even as we walk through to ask questions and to fully understand what I want from you as you leave it is to understand the process and the facility a little bit, and also have an increased confidence in water and water availability for the coastal region. So, to start off a little bit, maybe just the building from a picture point of view is designed. So that's the sea, that's the intake. We even have a full design picture here. This is the processes itself, and that's the product. That's the water going out. You're welcome to taste the water. There's bowls around everywhere. Okay. So let's start off just a little bit about Orano. We're in the uranium business. Actually, water is not our speciality. So we're one of the top 3 worldwide players in the uranium field. We actually do a lot of elements from mining, processing, the entire cycle from nuclear fuel. We're located across the globe from Namibia, Niger, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Canada. We've got a footprint we've got 3 operating, we've got mines operating in Niger, Kazakhstan and Canada, and we've got exciting projects in other areas of the world as well. Namibia, we've got two presences. It's a Trakopi mine and the Erongo desalination plant, and we're going to focus on that, bring it down. Trakopi mines, unfortunately, in care and maintenance. We started construction in 2007, and after the whole Fukushima and the dipping in the uranium price, we came to a point where we said we're parking it for now until a point where the market itself will allow us to operate that mine profitably. The desal plant was originally mainly focused for Trakopi, for supplying water to Trakopi, but even in the beginning, there was elements that was over-designed to cater for water supply for the region itself. And I'm going to touch on that a little bit as well. Since 2013, we have been supplying water to NamWater, who in turn supplies it to their customers and the various stakeholders. So just to orientate ourselves, so Vlotgebagen is here, that's where the Trakopi claim is, and that's Soeswakmunten town. And so EDP is at the coast, and behind here there's a pipeline, the Ondel pipeline from NamWater, where we actually built a connection. And that's also the pipeline that they later upgraded. It's the one that you drive next to the road as well. So that's the point where we supply NamWater the water. That's the supply point, the pay point, or whatever you can call it in your own terms itself. They then do the distribution, and we'll touch on that a little bit later. Okay, so EDP. Today we've got the capacity to do 20 million cubes. Within this current footprint, so what I mean within the current buildings, there's space to expand that up to 25, and then we can further expand it up to 45 million cubes. So the power and the intake itself is already designed for 45. So it's just duplicating the process or the buildings and the processes. We've got various stages. The primary process consists of a UF filtrations and then an RO process. that we're going to go through. And we, from a power point of view, it's about 3.9 kilowatt per cube water produced. And the desal plant is good as you walk through it. Well, it's a concrete structure which is still in great form, and the inside the mechanics is still working quite good. We've got a great preventative maintenance program and an ongoing improvement efficiencies and so forth. This was during the construction itself. We constructed. I think everybody can recall it was a temporary jetty that we had to put in there. The plant was built for a total cost of $190 million US between 2007 and 2011, and to date we've produced over 91 million cubes, and if everything goes well we anticipate to reach 100 million cubes by December. This is just a graphic to kind of show over these years how we've increased our water production, and it's primarily linked to the mining industry and the customers, and it was Husap when they started to ramp up. We did a forecast or of how we see the demand going forward. So this is up until 2040, and that arrow is where we are now in 2023. So the reality now today is the primary consumers are Husap, Rossi, and the local authorities, and we get it to about 13.3 million. And if you remember from the previous slide, that's where our production level is around about. We know Langerheinrich is starting up from next year onwards, and if you add that 2.3 in there, you get about 15 million cubes. So the reason why I said that is we still have a capacity, that's our capacity line there. Our capacity today is 20 million cubes, so we've got more than enough capacity to supply the local or the regional demand. Then if you add in these other exciting projects that's going to come online, Bannerman, Deep, Yellow, just for argument, we've also, because they are looking at Cochino and Andrada, Africa, if you add all of that in, you get to a 25.2 million cubes. So putting that in the graph, and it's maybe not as clear, that at least says up until 2031 we can actually produce within the current capacity, and then we can start looking at developing the extra up to 45 million cubes. But we feel comfortable within the medium and long term that there's more than enough water that we can supply the region itself and the industries around us. That's all the untapped capacity there that we still have available. Just seeing how the water flows itself. So today our target is 1,800 cubes per hour, and it is basically supplying Husap, Rossing, and the
Erongo Talk brings you community news in the Erongo region. For news-related or advertising queries, contact erongotalk@synergy.com.na. Erongo Talk, our community, your news.
Bata bagoketa mamela mambisa asambe na my babes. Hula lel, hang is chillin' na my babes. What's up, asale na my babes. What's up, asambe na my babes. Hula lel, danko, danko, hula lel, danko, danko, hula lel, danko, danko, hula lel, danko, hula lel, danko. Bacha bago keta mamela mambisa. Ifanaga etala wena bito. Utelo proof etala wena bito. Mañana batiti don gosa my people. Bacha bago keta mamela mambisa. Ifanaga etala wena bito. Utelo proof etala wena bito. Mañana batiti don gosa my people. Danko ulale, danko ulale, danko ulale, danko ulale, danko, danko.
Newsprint Namibia is a web offset printing operation that specializes in the printing of newspapers and commercial inserts. We are the leaders in our industry with the highest quality print work and the shortest turnaround time from computer to print and delivery anywhere in the country daily. Newsprint was established mainly as a newspaper print company, but had to diversify its business to do commercial printing as required in the market. We print commercial inserts previously printed in South Africa in the shortest possible time. We, as an organization, also started printing workbooks for our education system and will also print textbooks for the Namibian market. For more information, please contact print@newsprint.com. Erongo Talk brings you community news in the Erongo region. For news-related or advertising queries, contact erongotalk@synergy.com.na. Erongo Talk, our community, your news.
Well, viewers, if you have reached this point of today's episode, we have unfortunately reached the end of today's episode. However, if you would like to stay in touch with our latest news, you can keep in touch with us on our Facebook platform, which is Erongo. And you can also stay in touch with us on our TV channels on DSTV. You can stay in touch with us on channel 285. And on GoTV, you can stay in touch with us on channel 25.